It's about 7 p.m. on Sunday, July 27th, 2025. Is that right, 27 or? Yeah, I think that's right. So we're coming up on the last few days of July. Then we'll be in August. And this is the hottest part of the summer that we're in right now. Right now the thermometer says it's 92 degrees, 53% humidity. So it's warm. This week it's going to get up to 100 almost again. I think last week it didn't quite get there. It got like 97 or 98. And then it cooled off a little bit. But you know, people say the Texas heat is unbearable. I believe that's true for like Houston and that part of the state. The Northeast Texas isn't too bad. I'm going to say something that's probably going to offend a lot of Texans, but we went on kind of a road trip through Northeast Texas and then up through Oklahoma. And I was miserable in Oklahoma. That heat was just oppressive. The temperature wasn't as high, but the humidity was crazy on that particular day that I was there. So it made Texas that much more bearable. So I don't know how you feel about that as a Texan. You know, I'm saying something bad about Oklahoma, but I am saying that it's more uncomfortable up there in the heat, which I think it's a matter of pride that Texans have, that, you know, everything's hotter in Texas too, is what they try to say. It's not necessarily true. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty warm today. The breeze is nice. There's a little gentle breeze blowing from the south. It's pretty nice. And the animals, they're not stressed at all. They weren't trying to stay in the shade or anything, or they were lined up ready to go to the next area. And I think, let's see, we'll probably be another 2 weeks before we get to the big, the woods down there. There's plenty of shade in there, you know. But anyway, tomorrow morning we're going to take some animals to the sale barn. Some of the cows that didn't give birth, ones with horns, and maybe one more trip, take a couple more up next week. Maybe I'll just get enthusiastic and take all 4 tomorrow. Do 2 trips, I don't know. But we are coming up to the end of the sale part. I think normally I'd like to sell the cows or the calves at the end of spring, so in June. I think that's when they're going to have the best body condition. But this summer has been really good. I haven't had to bring out any protein supplement or anything. Their manure is staying loose. It's not piling up. And you know, as far as I can tell, it looks like they're putting on a little bit of weight or a little bit of condition. So, but excited to think about August. We're going to see a bunch of lambs, hopefully a ton of lambs. Hoping every single one of these sheep gives me a lamb or 2. So that would be like 100 lambs. And I'm thinking maybe separating the cows from the sheep, putting them somewhere else. Haven't quite figured out exactly what to do or how to do it. But I think long term, keeping the sheep and the cows together just isn't the best combination. I've done it a couple times before. I've separated them a couple times before, and I always say the other way is better when I'm doing it one way. But I think long term, I'm just going to have 2 different herds set apart from each other by 180 degrees in the rotation, right? So they'll be halfway down the field, and then I'll have the sheep follow the cows, or the cows follow the sheep. Either way, you know, give the grass plenty of rest in between. So maybe we'll have thinner rows too. I don't know what it's going to look like. You know, make sure that grass gets plenty of rest before the other group of animals comes through and works on it. That's kind of where I'm at. I think with the mineral situation, just making sure the cows get cow minerals and the sheep get sheep minerals is probably the best thing we can do. So anyway, if you probably hear these dogs behind me, they're all slobbering and making all kinds of noises. Are you guys having a good time out in the sun? Normally what I do is I give them their food and their water first, but today I decided to give them last. So they're kind of looking at me like, you did something wrong. Where's my food and water? You already have water, I'm sure you do, and you can get water from the trough, but you know, they like their food. So anyway, I'm going to go take care of the other dogs, look at the other cows, the bulls and the rams, And that'll be it for today. Thanks everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.